जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। 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 हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। हरि जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। 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 जय 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 जय राधा जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। हरि हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। जय राधा जय जय राधा जय राधा Jai. Let us all stand as we begin with beautiful arti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jai Shri Radha Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Om Jai Shri Radha Radha Radha. Om Jai Shri Krishna Krishna Krishna. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. चंद्रमुखी चंचल चित चोरे सुगर सावरा सूरत बोरे श्याम श्यामा एक से जोरे श्री राधा कृष्णाय राधे. ओम जय श्री राधा राधा राधा. ओम जय श्री कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namah. कृष्ण मुरारे एक शक्ति के आधारे श्री राधा कृष्णाय राधे. ओम जय श्री राधा राधा राधा. ओम जय श्री कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. मंदहसन मतवारी नैना मनमोहन मन हारी सैना. मृद मुस्कावणी मीते बैना. श्री राधा कृष्णाय राधे. ओम जय श्री राधा राधा राधा. ओम जय श्री कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः. श्रीमन् नारायण नारायण नारायण. 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 लक्ष्मी नारायण नारायण नारायण. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Let us all take our seats. As we begin this beautiful afternoon in prayer and in devotion, worshipping our Lord Bhagavan Shri Krishna, in this most auspicious time of the Purushottam Mass, Adhik Mass, where we worship Bhagavan Gopal, we take this golden opportunity to welcome each and everyone on behalf of the wonderful Rohan family, to the members of the Celestial Gandharvas, to my brother Pandit Kiran, once more blessing to be with you, Bhaiji, as you would have performed wonderful worship earlier to invite the deities. And today being an auspicious day, one in this beautiful home, to each and everyone who's locked on, Swagatam, Namaskar, and a cordial welcome. As we begin our devotion, without further ado, everybody sit upright, close our eyes, as you're about to join in invocation prayer and beautiful mantras. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वती रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय. As we begin this beautiful afternoon, we are about to join in 40 verses as we praise our Lord Shri Hanumanji through Chalisa. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja निजमन मुकुर सुधार वरना रघुवर विमल जसु जोदायक पाल बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरा पावन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरऊ कलेश विकार अंजनेय हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनेय हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनेय 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 जय वीर हनुमान अंजनेय हनुमान 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 जय वीर हनुमान अंजनेय जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर सुवेशा कानन कुंडलं कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर सब चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया। ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के हाथ सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाई श्री रघुवीर हर शिवर लाई रघुपति के ने बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सब भाई सहस वदन तुम रोज सगावे हस गए श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सरकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित सायं वेद दिगपाल जहाते कवि कुविद कई सके कहाते तुम पुकार सुग्रीव ही केना हम मिलाय राज पर देना जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया। ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर बल जानो प्रभु मुद्रिका मिल मुख माही धर लांगे गए अचर जनाई दुर्गम का जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतना ज्ञान बिन पैसारे सब सुकल है तुम्हारी शरण तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना अपन तेज मारो आपै दिनहु लोक हांकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर महावीर जब नाम सुनावै जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया। Glories to Bajrangabali. नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जप निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा इनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन पल पावै चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता सबर दीन जान के माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दास जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया हनुमान जय वीर हनुमान अंजनिया। ओम श्री हनुमते नमः। करे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए, और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरय हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, कुछ बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई, जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, हुई सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा, तुलसीदास जारी चेरा, की जयनाथ हृदय महादेव, जय वीर हनुमान अंजनी हनुमान, जय वीर हनुमान अंजनी हनुमान, जय वीर हनुमान अंजनी हनुमान, जय वीर हनुमान अंजनी 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 हनुमान 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 अंजनी 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 हनुमान। पवन तनय संकट हरण मंगल मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बस हो सुरभो। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। As we begin this beautiful afternoon, my dear friends, today we've come together to join in a beautiful celebration, the celebration of life, celebrating once more the moments and the opportunities that we are blessed with in this world. And while we are lucky and very fortunate to be a part of this wonderful occasion today, on behalf of the entire Rohan family, once more we say Swagatam, Namaskar, and a cordial welcome. They have chosen this most opportune moment and this most beautiful way to celebrate their accomplishments. Celebrating birthday and celebrating an anniversary definitely is a blessing indeed. At the same time, and while we are here to join in the celebration, we always put God first. God first before every single thing in this world. And as we have come together to glorify our Lord, as we take a beautiful and a short message from the golden pages of Bhagavatam, we're about to speak of a boy who lives with his mother alone in the forest. A child who would have lost its father at a tender age, but yet he lived with his mother. And today, our mother celebrates her Janmadin. Today we are celebrating life, and it is said the accomplishments and the hardship and the struggles of parents are so much that not many people take it in mind to understand, but in turn we take it for granted. As we're about to begin, before we go in depth with our beautiful message, a little boy, he loves his mother. They live deep in the forest by themselves. And it is said every single day, he will do whatever it takes to make his mother happy. And today as we begin with this chant, he's about to learn to develop worship for God. And as we say, seeing God in our parents is one of the most important things in the world. Let us begin with this chant first of all. Bhajumana Radhe, 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 Govinda. Bhajumana Radhe, 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 Govinda. Lord Krishna, He's the Lord of life. He's the sustainer of the entire universe and the cosmos. And today we've come together to glorify Him. When you are alive, you say Shri Krishna Arpanam. When you die, you say Shri Krishna Arpanam. We have come from the Divine Lord's blessing. We will return to His grace and His energy. And today as we thank God for being the preserver, the sustainer of our lives, we glorify Shri Krishna. Bhajumana Radhe, 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 Govinda. Bhajumana 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 Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. मन सीता राम भजु मन सीता राम भजु मन सीता राम भजु मन सीता राम भजु मन सीता 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 राम भजु मन सीता 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 भजु मन पांडुरंग विठ्ठला भजु मन पांडुरंग विठ्ठला भजु मन पांडुरंग विठ्ठला भजु मन पांडुरंग विठ्ठला भजु मन पांडुरंग 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 विठ्ठला भजु मन राधे गोविंद 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 भजु मन राधे 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 गोविंद भजु मन राधे 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 गोविंद 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 भज मन राधे 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 गोविंद भज मन राधे गोविंद। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। It is said in our scriptures in Bhagavatam, we speak of a young boy who had lost his father at a very young age, at a very tender age. And being young and losing his father, it is said the people of the village would have criticized him. They would have ridiculed his mother, ridiculed himself. Until one day they left every single thing behind and they went into the forest to live. And while they were living in the forest by themselves, whatever his mother would have taught him is all that he would have known. He wasn't so close to the people of the village. He wasn't close to understanding life on the whole, but all he knew was his mother. As a child growing up by his mother, he would have loved his mother very dearly, forgetting the whole world and what exists in the world. Today in our scripture, as this child were to grow every single day, one thing he knew for sure was that the moment he would have got up every morning, he would have paid his respect, his love, and his devotion to his mother. Every single day when he got up, he would have run to his parents. You know, when we look at the Indian movies and we look at the Indian soaps and so on, one of the things that they have in common is as soon as you see somebody see an elder, they run up to them and they touch their foot and they bow. If somebody enters the home or enters the space, as soon as you see them, you walk up to them and they're elder to you, you bow and you touch their feet and take blessing. According to our Hindu philosophy and our Hindu dharma, every time the child, or every day at least for once, when the child sees a mother or a father, one of the respect that we should have is walk up to them and touch their feet and bow. An ounce of blessing, a bit of blessing every single day coming from our parents can motivate our lives and eradicate troubles that come on a daily basis. The power that comes from parents into our lives, it's so much that many people don't understand until the last days and the last moments, or until we lose somebody, a mother or a father. Today we are lucky because in this home, We are celebrating 60 years. People don't reach 60 anymore. People reach, some don't even reach 45 or even 50. And today our mother celebrates a beautiful birthday. In doing so, this child will learn to grow up walking to his mother every day and prostrating to her. He doesn't know too much about God and too much about devotion, but he knows that his mother is his God. And while he learns to worship her every day, on one beautiful day, he stands outside and he sees with his mother that there are some men who are coming from the village and they are approaching the kutia in which they're living. And he wasn't sure who they were. According to our message, they were holy men, they were brahmanas, they were great sages coming from a distance, and they were coming to seek refuge and to find a place to stay for a few days. And while this child would be able to be blessed with the company of these holy ones, how lucky are you to be blessed with the people in your life? They are the holy ones. How lucky are we to be blessed with our parents? They are the ones who allow us to be alive in this world, and they would have sacrificed everything in their power to make us who we are today. And in turn, where's our love? Where's our gratitude? One day in Ramayana, when Bhagwan Shri Ram was about to leave, he turned to his father, and his father begged and he says, "Son, I know the world has allowed me to send you, but mat jao na. Please don't go. Listen." Rama ho Rama re, phool mat jana, teri ayodhya chor ke, ho teri ayodhya chor ke. Rama ho Rama re, phool mat jana, teri ayodhya chor ke, ho teri ayodhya chor ke. पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए। तुझको चराऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, तुझको चराऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, ayodhya chor ke. Everybody bolo. Ready? दूर लाया पानी लाया तेरे लिए, दूर लाया पानी लाया तेरे लिए, लाया पानी लाया तेरे लिए, दूर लाया पानी लाया तेरे लिए। तुझको पिलाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, तुझको पिलाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या चुर के। क्या बात हो? लाया पात्र लाया तेरे लिए, एक लाया पात्र लाया तेरे लिए, एक लाया पात्र लाया तेरे लिए, एक लाया पात्र लाया तेरे लिए। मंदिर बनाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, मंदिर बनाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या चुर के। क्या बात? धूप लाया दीप लाया तेरे लिए, धूप लाया दीप लाया तेरे लिए, little boy. This child was given the opportunity to understand, to love God and to worship. It is said he sat beside the holy men who would have been coming from the forest. And the holy men sat down to teach him. He was inquiring. He's looking at the footsteps of the holy people. And he wants to understand, what do holy people do in their life? What makes them holy? What makes a person holy? What makes a person a yogi? And a realized soul, a one who's dedicated to God. And he sat there to understand what makes you and I holy people in this world. Om Hara 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 Mahadev. Om Hara 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 Mahadev. Om Hara 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 Mahadev. Shri Gajananda Swami ki jai. It is said today, my friends, when this child saw the holy men coming to his home, his mother came outside with him and she says, look at these holy people. When you meet holy people, you must make them happy, son. And she starts to teach him how to treat the holy people of the world. There's a way to treat people. Not just holy people, but there's a way to treat people. On the whole, sometimes we come in contact with strangers and we treat them better than we treat our own family members. Sometimes we meet people who we don't even know. Maybe in the shop, maybe in the parlors, maybe in the grocery, maybe on the streets, maybe in the gas station, maybe somewhere. And we see strangers and we treat them with an amount of respect. And when we come home and we see our own mother, our own father, our brother, our sister, then the temper changes, the attitude changes, our mindset changes. There's a way to treat people. We always say there's a way to talk to people. But besides words even coming out, there's a way to treat people because actions speak louder than words. I could tell you I like you. And if when I come down from here, I just walk out of here and go straight out the road, you will say, hey, he big boy. Actions can show something that is very different. Today in our message, when the child saw the holy men, the mother comes and she says, listen, there's a way to treat the holy people. She walks him down the stairs and he goes by the holy people. And she says, come, bring some water. And she starts to wash the feet of the holy saints and the holy sages. And when washing the feet of them, she allowed him to prostrate, to bow, and to take blessings. In turn, they allowed them to enter the home, and they sat down. And a child's mind is inquisitive. The child sits and he starts to observe everything that the holy people are doing. And while he's looking at them, the holy brahmanas, they're feeling awkward to a bit. But at the same time, they're looking at the movements of this child, and they're starting to speak to him now, and they're asking, do you know what you have to do? Do you know what you're doing? Why are you staring at us? Is something wrong? Did we do something wrong to you? And the child doesn't respond. But while the child doesn't say anything, the gurus, they call him to their side and they start to teach now. It is the role of the preceptors to teach. It is the role of the holy ones to guide us and to teach us. And what were they about to teach him? They said, son, how do you live your life? How do you live your days? How do you wake up every single day? How do you treat that mother that you have? Is your father not alive? And the questions were coming in. And while the questions were coming, he started to think. That started to wake up a spark of thought in his mind as to understand that there's something deeper than what the eyes can physically see. Sometimes there's something deeper in each and every one of us that the physical eyes can't see. Sometimes there's an inner spark within each and every one of us that people don't just see just like that. You know, like I used to give this nice example long ago. I used to tell people that when you look at somebody, the beauty of somebody is not how nice they dress up. The beauty of somebody is not what kind of clothes they put on. But the beauty of somebody lies deeper on the inside. The beauty of the birds, I see when we sit here with some nice birds outside. Like your birds. You have some nice birds. The beauty of the birds is not how big the bird is or the size of the birds. The beauty of the birds is in the chirping and the sounds and the tune that come out. Something more than just the physical feature. I always tell devotees the beauty of a peacock is not just how big the bird is, but when the peacock throws out all the feathers and you see the coloration, you say, yeah boy. Sometimes you see people stand up looking at a peacock for sometimes a half an hour, 45 minutes, and you say, you're tired, see that? And you say, no, I'm waiting for him to open out. You can stand and look at the birds for how long, but you want to see something deeper. The birds have something deeper. Nature has something deeper. We have something deeper that should be treasured. It is not just the physical form. We all grow in the world with some nature, some quality. Some might like us, some may not like us. But you know what? if we can connect with the deeper spark of ourselves, then there's nothing about likes and dislikes, but there's a connection, and that connection should be God. Listen. दल बल के साथ माया जिरे जो मुझे आकर प्रभु जी दल बल के साथ माया जिरे जो मुझे आकर तो देखते ना रहना जत आका बचा लेना. It says Bhagwan resides in each and every one of us. Find that spark and you'll know how to treat the people in your life. If you have God within you, then you'll see God outside of you, and you'll treat the people around you with God. And if there is something wrong with you, then you'll always find something wrong outside of you. What do you have inside? Godliness or something that's far? Bhagavan mere naiya us par laga dena ab tak to nibhaya hai aage bhi nibha dena. संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं शिव जी. संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको देव मैं पुजारी मैं इष्ट मैं उपासक प्रभु जी. तुम देव मैं पुजारी तुम इष्ट मैं उपासक. ये बात अगर सच है सच कर दिखा देना. क्या बात. भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना अब तक तो निभाया है आगे भी निभा देना आगे भी निभा देना आगे. One day when this child went towards his mother, the Guru started to teach him a very, very important lesson. The Guru said to him, son, do you know how fortunate you are to have your parents with you or your mother with you, as a matter of fact? And he says, yeah, mommy is always there. And when he made that statement, the Guru started teaching him now how to love, how to adore, and how to worship his mother. You know, sometimes I like to remind devotees of this beautiful thing, you know. Do you think there's ever anything you can do in your world or in your life to repay your parents for what they have done for you? Your parents would have worked hard. I don't know what Papa would have done in his younger days. You ever caught cane hunting? Yeah, boy. So Dad got cane. Mommy worked hard too. Our elders for 60 years. 60 years is an accomplishment. I am not even half of that. I just 25. But I could only think to imagine in your younger days, both of you, how hard you would have worked in the fields, probably garden, probably cane field, day in and day out, probably food not to eat sometimes, probably nothing, you know, with the body being tired and exhausted and everything. And today when you sit here to celebrate your birthday or celebrate an anniversary, to those who don't know, they're celebrating 44 years of anniversary. Somehow we're not even living so long to even celebrate the birthday. And 44 years of anniversary. Give them a round of applause. With 44 years of anniversary, that is a blessing. Today, when the child sat down with the Guru started to tell the child the importance of parents in your life. And he started with the line that we always hear. Guru Matra Pita Guru Bandhu Saka Tere Charano Me Swami मेरे कोटि प्रणाम गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम. Do you think with all the hard work our parents would have done for us, do you think there's ever anything in your life you could do to repay them? A child came to me once and said, Panditji, you know what? I don't like my father again. No, he just gets on too much. I said, no, you have to love him. That's your duty. He said, yeah, but you don't understand, you know. You don't understand when I home and how daddy just get on. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm becoming a big man and nobody could tell me what to do. I said, okay. So what do you want to find out? And he said, Panditji, I want to ask you this one question. What is there that I could do? Every time I get angry with daddy and I tell daddy I don't like him anymore and I don't like what he do and so on, he always say, well, the day you pay me back, well, at least that's even. So I want to know from you, Panditji, from all the books that you've learned, is there anything that I could do in my life to repay my parents for the debt that they would have done to bring me into the world? Whatever there is for me to pay off all the dues so that when they die and when I die, I don't have the karma of what happened by their grace. And I sat down and thought about it. Nobody never think of that question. Is there anything that you could do? And then while running through the Katha Upanishad, when Nachiketa, a little boy, speaks to the god of death, he asked Bhagwan Yamraj himself, he says, God of death, what could I do to repay my father for allowing me to be here in this world and present today? And the god of death stopped to think and he says, you know what? I'll tell you. If you can do this, if you can do with all your love, the last rites of your mother and your father put together, then you will accomplish repaying the debts of your parents 1/8. 1/8. So just think about it. If you can do the last rites of your parents, that means you pay them back 1/8. What about 7/8? In other words, you can never, no matter how much prayers, puja, yajna, ritual, whatever you do in the world, there's nothing that you could ever do to repay your parents for what they've done for you and for bringing you in the world. Today, friends, many people take their parents for granted. Today we know mommy's there. You know what? Mommy upstairs, man, she's there. Sometimes we know daddy's there. He's wrong. Don't worry, we need him, he's there. But the day they fall down and they just disappear from us, we start to think, to question, if I'd only known. Today we are so lucky here that we don't have to wait to question, to think and to wonder. We're here with beautiful parents and we must adore them and love them. And the Guru said to the son that day, he says, my child, service to man is service to God. But service to your parents, they are like worshipping God himself. And he sat down and he thought about it. And he says, really? And he went to his mother and he sat down and started to wash the feet of his mother. And after washing the feet of his mother, the gurus will then advise him as to the right thing to do. He hugged his mother tight. He prostrated to her. He looked her in the eyes. One thing I do when I'm initiating a godchild, on the day of the ceremony for the initiation, we have to tell the godchild to wash his feet at the parents. And when they done wash his feet, we have to do with the water. What do you do with the water when you wash your feet at your parents on the day of initiation? We have to do? Drink it. And some children say, drink it? Why do they drink that water? Why not drinking that dirty? Daddy walk outside. And then I have to rephrase it for them. I have to say, here's what. This is what you have to think of. For the angels that brought you in the world, think about it for a second. Don't think about your mother and your father working hard and daddy quarreling and mommy quarreling. Think about it in a different level. For the angels who brought you in the world and taught you how to walk, and taught you how to eat, and taught you how to listen, and how to speak, and how to coexist, and who put you on your feet, and for days and weeks and months and years, for the angels, not my mother and my father, for the angels who have given you every single thing, who walk that path of truth, who sacrifice day in and day out, who cry days and nights, who sometimes never had food but sacrifice to make sure you have, for the angels who've stood there through your best and through your worst. Wherever they walk, that dust is like magic. It's like God walking into your life. Now think about the blessing that you've been given to wash that feet, gather these dusts together. Shri Hanuman Chalisa says, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamana Mukura Sudhar. Everybody. Varano Raghuvar Vimala Jasu Jodaya Kupalacha Buddhihina Tanujanike Sumira Pavana Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidyade Pomohi Arahu Kale Syapati Ramachandra ki Jai Sharanam Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karo Maharaj Jai 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 Hanuman Gosai Kripa Karo Maharaj. Shri Hanuman Chalisa says, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. Take the dust of the Guru's feet and cleanse your mind, cleanse your life, cleanse your entire being. How are you going to get the dust? You have to wash the foot, gather the dust, pull it together. To the parents who have sacrificed their life for children, worship those parents. Love them, adore them. They are gods in your life. Wherever in a home a mother and a father is respected, God comes and lives in that house. And in a home where a mother and a father they are neglected or disrespected, not even God comes there. That is the power of God's energy. That is the power of the parents in a home. For a child, when your mother and father is happy, your life prospers. When you make your parents happy, your life flows into success. But if you are the cause of pain and suffering and teardrops from your parents, you can never be successful in the world. Today, my friends, in our message, it is said that the child is listening to the duties of a child towards parents. And the Guru tells him, adore your mother and love her from beginning to end. You can get many people in your life. You can get many things in your life. But a mother and a father, you will only have but one. When people get married, when a woman gets married and she goes into the in-laws home, you always hear the older people saying, well, when you go in that house, just remember you had new mother, new father, so you have to leave out this one. And that's because they tell you after you do arti, you're not supposed to touch their feet and so on, which is true. Because on the day of a wedding ceremony, your parents would have put the daughter on a pedestal and wash her feet and arti her and call her Lakshmi Mata. But it doesn't mean after marriage you neglect your mother, because you only have one birth mother and one birth father. You can never neglect them in the world for nobody else. Adore them while you have them. We can receive people in our lives, we can love people in our lives, and we will lose them. But our mother and our father, we will only have but one. Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma, Jai Ma Durga Ma, Jai Jai Ma Devi Ma, Jai Ma Durga Ma. So everybody with one voice. तुम ही हो माता, पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माँ. Everybody बोलिए. तुम ही हो माता, पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माँ. When Bhagavan Shri Ram one day, when he woke up as a child, the only person he wanted to see was his mother. Today we join in this beautiful one. Bhakta hitakari Rama, Bhakta hitakari, Bhakta hitakari Rama, Bhakta hitakari. अरे ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. अरे ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी. हमने तुमने कार कमारे, कह प्रहलाद पुकारे हो रामा, कह प्रहलाद पुकारे. हमने तुमने कार कमारे, कह प्रहलाद पुकारे हो रामा, कह प्रहलाद पुकारे. नरसिंह रूप प्रहलाद तेरे, हरि न कोश के मेरे. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हित, ऐसे हरि. लंका जाए रावण के मारे, संतन दुख छोरावे हो रामा, संतन दुख छोरावे. लंका जाए रावण के मारे, संतन दुख चोरावे हो रामा, संतन दुख चोरावे. भक्त विभीषण हृदय लगाए, लंका की राज दुदारे. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे सब भी द्रुपदी पति रागे, दीन बंधु बनवारे हो रामा, दीन बंधु बनवारे. सब भी द्रुपदी पति रागे, दीन बंधु बनवारे हो रामा, दीन बंधु बनवारे. शिविर के पल प्रभु जी के रागे, भक्त सुदामा, भक्त सुदामा जने. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी, ऐसे हमरे राम. जब जब कष्टा पर भक्तन पर आपन आए हो बाए हो रामा, आपन आए हो बाए. जब जब कष्टा पर भक्तन पर आपन आए हो बाए हो रामा, आपन आए हो बाए. तुलसीदास कहे है जो रे रूप अनेकन धारे कैसे हमरे राम भक्त हित It is said, my dear friends, as a child learns to worship, to love and to adore mother, father, respect that is given is important. Today, how fortunate are we, lucky to be here in this part of celebration where we are worshipping none other than a mother and a father. And in turn, while we are respecting parents, remember that there's nothing in the world that you can ever do to repay them. Love them while they are alive. Don't wait until your mother dies and when you see her lying in a box, then you ask why and how and then for what reason. Don't wait until your father departs and then say, if I'd only known. But love them and cherish them while you have them now. ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हितकारी ऐसे हमरे राम भक्त हित वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Who are they in our lives? Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Have you ever heard that tune? प्रियतम तु ही प्राणिनाथ तु ही. It says, तुम ही हो ब्रह्मा, तुम ही हो विष्णु, तुम ही हो शंकर रूपा. सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूप तुम हो अनादि रूपा. While we worship our parents today, who are they indeed in our lives? आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन देजो, आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन जगत के दाता. तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. So today, as we're here to be a part of this beautiful celebration, at this time, Mom, we want to invite you to stand. We have a wonderful cake to cut. That cake looking real nice, boy. We're about to prepare ourselves to join in the cutting of the cake. And in doing so, we're about to let us invite the children to come to the front. The grandchildren as well, come to the front to be a part of this most beautiful moment in which we are about to celebrate life, celebrate strength, health, success, praying for the blessings of the Divine Lord to continue to be with this entire home and this wonderful family. Once more bringing love and blessings into this home and this family. As we chant a mantra firstly, Om Namo Narayanam Namaskrityam Narachaivam Narottamam Raksha Karo Devi Matavyo Namo Namaha Avahim Stapayami Pujami Pratigartam Om Gajagaurishwaraya Namaha. बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, तुझे हजार साल ये मेरी है यार. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Annie, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a happy, happy, happy day. Everybody. Happy birthday to you. Everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Everybody give them a round of applause. So today, to those who remember very well, today we are also celebrating the wonderful anniversary of our mom and our dad. And while we are celebrating 44 years of anniversary, that is an accomplishment. Nowadays, you only hear marriage lasting for 1 month after the wedding, and that is it. 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, you know? I'll tell you something, there was one marriage that took place not too long ago. I won't call names, but they got married on the Sunday, and they went on the Monday for the honeymoon, so they went to a different country. And 2 days after, they took 2 different flights and come back. Marriage done. Problems start already. So 44 years, that's a lot of understanding, compromising. So this time, we would like to invite both of you to stand in front of everybody right there. And today, we're about to allow them to exchange their rings. We're about to allow them once more to renew their beautiful vows and blessings. And we have malas in which we'll allow them to exchange as well. So this time, let me take this opportunity to invite both of them to stand and facing everybody as well. So this time we'll exchange rings. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Deviki Nandanaya Cha Nandugopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Namo Paravallabhaya Namitishina Tatra Surabhatina Chandatarkam Nema Vidrubantikate Magnihi Tameva Bhanturabhati Sarvam Tasabhasa Sarvam Viram Vibhati. And now we will invite them to exchange their beautiful malas. Firstly, our dad will place his mala, and then mom will place hers, and then she will offer arti. So you have the arti there. And of course, that traditional song when Bhagwan Shri Ram got married to Sita Devi, we now exchange the mala. Jai mala ho jai mala, jai mala ho jai mala. Siya dale Ram gale jai mala, siya dale Ram gale jai mala. Jai mala ho jai mala, jai mala ho jai mala. Siya dale Ram gale jai mala, siya dale Ram. Hadi. समझना को अपनी माता कौशल्या, समझना को अपनी माता कौशल्या। समझना को अपनी माता कौशल्या, निषेधन समधी मही पाला, निषेधन समधी मही पाला। सिया सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला। दुल्हा को श्री रामा बनी है, दुल्हा को श्री रामा बनी है। दुल्हा को श्री रामा बनी है, लक्ष्मण देव साई बाला, लक्ष्मण देव साई बाला। सिया डाले हो, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला। जिनके शंभु बाराती आए, जिनके शंभु बाराती आए। जिनके शंभु बाराती आए, और हे दिगंबर मृग चाला, और हे दिगंबर मृग चाला। सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला। तुलसीदास बलियासा चरण की, तुलसीदास बलियासा चरण की। तुलसीदास बलियासा चरण की। सुर बोले जय जय काला, सुर बोले जय जय काला। सिया डाले हो, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला। जयमाला हो जयमाला, जयमाला हो जयमाला। सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले जयमाला, सिया डाले राम गले। तारा है सारा जमाना, तारा है सारा जमाना। प्रभु हमको बितारो, तारा है सारा जमाना। प्रभु हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो। तारा है सारा जमाना, शाम हमको बितारो। तारा है सारा जमाना हो। हमने सुना है तुझे हिल्या को तारा, हिल्या को तारा बाबा, हिल्या को तारा। हमने सुना है तुझे हिल्या को तारा। पातर का करके बहाना, पातर का करके बहाना। प्रभु हमको बितारो, तारा है सारा जमाना। प्रभु हमको बितारो। हमने सुना है तुझे शबरी को तारा, शबरी को तारा बाबा, शबरी को तारा। हमने सुना है तुझे शबरी को तारा। भीरों का करके बहाना, भीरों का करके बहाना। शाम हमको बितारो, तारा है सारा जमाना। प्रभु हमको बितारो। प्रभु हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो बाबा, हमको बितारो, हमको बितारो। शाम हमको बितारो। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। Let's all give them a round of applause. You look real nice, man. So this time now, we do have a dance, and we also have vote of thanks and a few speeches. But before we go into that, let's all stand for the arti, and then we will go directly into the dance. आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। गले में वैजंती माला माला बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला बाला। श्रवण में कुंडल जल काला काला। नंद के आनंद श्री आनंद चंद्र मोहन ब्रज चंद्र राधिका रमन बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। 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 जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। स्वामीनाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। 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 राधे गोविंदा। हम सब है तेरे बच्चे स्वामी। हम सब है तेरे बच्चे स्वामी। तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामीनाथा। तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामीनाथा। स्वामीनाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुदत्ता जय हनुमंता। स्वामीनाथा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव। त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव। त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. वृंदावन में हरि लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. जय जय सीताराम. Ask ladies, let us all take our seats. As you take our seats at this time, we're about to welcome the dance to come to the front. And as we will prepare for the dance, afterwards, we'll invite members of the family to come forward to give us a few words of blessing on behalf of our mother and her life as well. So this time we now join in the dance.
रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए.
So this time, let me call upon members of the family to give us a few words. I think Sunita ji, I was invited to give us a few words on behalf of our wonderful mother today, celebrating her beautiful 60th birthday, and of course, in celebration. So of course, we invite both of you. My brother also, Ravi, you come to the front as well with her to give us that blessing.
Sitaram, and good evening, everyone. Well, I'm just accustomed making speeches, so I will try. And then I forget my PI is home, so I don't know how good I could see to do the speech, because I wrote it in pencil. Sitaram, to each and every one. Firstly, I would like to thank, God and Here what? I go talk it off from my own mind because I really can't see it. Firstly, I'd like to thank God in heaven for blessing us with this day and for giving us the opportunity to spend my mother's 60th birthday and their 44th wedding anniversary. And God has blessed her to reach thus far to see this. The reason why I'm saying that is because my mother never had a chance to see my grandmother make 60 years because she passed away before. So I'm lucky to see my mother make 60, but she wasn't lucky to see her mother make 60. So that's why we are thankful and grateful for life and what God has given us today. And in life, well, I would say my parents struggled really hard to grow us up. We came from nothing. We came from nowhere. We were poor. We had poverty. We went to school. We didn't get to go to further education. But today, me and my brother have become the biggest entrepreneurs in Barrackpore and in South Trinidad. And whatever my mother and father gave me in life, we are grateful for it. We made our first start. I made my first start, and my brother made his first start. And today, we can't thank them enough for what they have given to us. It is emotion to talk, but I still have to say it. And I love them so much. And I can't thank them for everything that they have given to us. And me and my mother share a close bond that every day, if I don't talk to my mother, there's something going wrong. No matter how big we are, my mother looks for me, she cares for me. And I can't get a mother and father like that anymore. On behalf of myself, my children, my brother, and everyone, I wish my mother happy 60th and 44th wedding anniversary. I will do the vote at thanks and I'll wait.
Sitaram, namaste. Well wishers, family. You know, we thank you all for coming out today to welcome my mom's 60th birthday. And as my sister said, you know, the close bond we have with my mom is, is untouchable because even with me and my mom and my kids who are here, is the same. She's a mom that she always look forward for even the bad times, good times, she always with us. You know, you're out there, mommy always calling, you're reaching home. When you're going to work, she always have food prepared. Ravi, you will take something. This is how she is. She always said that. She always tried to make our family close together. And today I would like to tell her thanks, for whatever she put out forward for me and my sister. And we family, whatever we had in them times to now, I would like to thank my both parents for giving us this opportunity to stand on this platform to talk highly about them. A lot of parents, families, they don't have this kind of bond, As Baba was saying, the love in the home, right? I was listening carefully, you don't get these things, right? In my home here, and we have a close bond with my parents. We always exchange thoughts, we always talk, we always treat one another. And never had a day, my mom never asked, well, me, what you doing? I always stood up as a elder to my father and my mom and make sure they have everything okay at their standard. They never had the cause to talk to me and my sister up to this point. We were respectable. We never ever answer our parents. And I think that is why so many blessings fall back to us in us today, right? They treat us with so much love. Even the grandchildren, they cannot do without them. And I would like to thank my mom and my dad for the support they give us. Happy birthday, Mom, and I wish you all many blessings in your life and future. Thank you.
All right, so I would like to do the voter thanks now. So a special thank you to Pandit Narad for your wonderful devotion and your discourse that you had tonight. It learned a lot of us lessons about treating parents, family life, and in today's society, this is what we are facing because a lot of children are disrespecting their parents in whatever way, however it is. They come like they run the show now. Mother and father to listen and children have to say what goes on. So this is a lot for us, a learning lesson, so that we must respect our parents. They are the first God. And if we don't respect them, we can't get blessings from them. And I think that is where me and my brother has today, the blessings from our parents, because we respect them from the day we were born to this day. We never disrespect either what we are. Yes, my father will, he could say something. But we are going to disrespect him. But we all know how his mouth is. Right? But they work very hard as young parents. And I was growing up, my father and mother cut cane, they plant rice. And I was the cook in the house and the washer. So I started to cook and meet my father by the road with the farmer and hand him the bag of food. Right? And that's how life was. So that's we grew from real hardship. So Baba, again, thanks very much. This course was is learning to everybody and is right. And to Pandit Kiran for his wonderful ground puja, the Hawan that he has. Thanks again, Baba, for your assistance. And your presence was highly appreciated. Thanks to Danny for the decorations, for the caterers, for the servers, and all who help us in whatever way. We say thank you. And a special thanks to my loving aunt who sits right here, who came all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Miami, to surprise my mother. Thank God she has a good heart, because I didn't know. She hold on, she heart last night, she hid her face. She started to cry because she had no clue my aunt was coming. After 6 years, we now see her because due to COVID, nobody can fly, and she had her job, and then she moved to Miami. So she came and she surprised us. So I'm going to say special thanks for coming all the way. Thanks again. And thanks for everybody who came out from far and near. We want to wish you all a safe trip back home. And food and parasad are prepared, so please partake before leaving. Sitaram again, and good evening.